Hello. Welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2004. We are on part 8. We're going to finish up fighting Bones, then move on to Mako, and we'll go from there. But I'm already home. I am already home. That's true. Because you know what? My home is where Chad is. Because you guys are there for me. And that's when I feel truly like I'm at home. So thank you. Sincerely. But also, I'm like literally in my house, so not house, my apartment. Let's be real, not my house. I'm 31 years old. I don't get to own a house. All right, what are we doing today? You played Mystical Sheep number 2, which is a strong opener. Let's see. Let's just play defensively for a little bit. See what he does. He's trying to suck up to us. I don't need to suck up to you guys. If anything, you guys need to suck up to me. So, like, where am I gonna... I don't hear any praise from you guys. What's going on here? Not a huge fan of red? That's fair. I missed that one before Damien, because I just, like, refused to take any negative criticism. Oh, I did hear a good comment today, by the way. I got another good comment that I wanted to share. Which is... I don't know what they're talking about. But because I don't remember this video, even though it was less than 2 weeks ago. But it was from the Omega Dragon, who I think has been subbed for about a couple weeks now. So they subbed during the Duelist of Roses thing. Card Destruction isn't bad. Set monster, reborn, premature burial, activate card destruction, discard your strong monsters and revive them. I take out Magician of Black Chaos and the Ritual Spell card because of the brick. If you draw into them, it costs way too many cards to summon them. I appreciate the advice. I know how rituals work, and also I removed them immediately in part 2. It's just fun to do. It's fun to pull off ritual summons because, like, you know, they're not really consistent. So when you can get them off, it's, like, really hype. But I get it. But then this is the line that I really liked, which is, I think, a line that every single person who tells me to edit my deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Should also end with this line in your comment, which is, just my opinion, it's your Let's Play, so I'm fine with what you decide to play. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Omega Dragon. I get a lot of backseating when I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is fine, because I don't listen to it. I get a lot of it. So I like someone I can appreciate when someone's like, well, whatever, you know, you're a different person. Play however you want. So that is pretty nice. We got Slate Warrior again, which sucks. You're the best streamer I've ever seen. You can do no wrong. Thank you. That's the kind of blind devotion I expect in my streams. Because if you're not saying that, like, come on, what are we even doing here? No, I'm not infallible though. Well, we do say it's your stream most of the time? That's true. Oof, that's gonna hurt. I mean, I actually don't care if they killed Dark Elf here because, you know, whatever. I've got other cards. It just kind of sucks that they, Ooh, I wish you wouldn't do that. Oh my god, they keep taking out my fucking Royal Decree. I'm not ready for them to start having Mystical Space Typhoon. Their spell and traps are already strong enough. I don't need them to, like, whip out these, like, this, like, broken... back row negation. Also, it's unfair because I don't want to put it in my deck because it prompts me way too often, and I don't have the patience for it. Honestly, Nick, you would know what to do with most of us backseating. I mean, I know when to take good advice. I mean, the rule of thumb for backseating is if I ask for help, provide help. If I don't ask for help, probably not looking for it. It's really, that's not just me, that's pretty much for anyone who streams or records videos or anything like that. Like, if I'm like, chat, what should I do here? That's ask for help. That's fine. Go ahead. Go nuts. But if I'm just playing, if I'm just ripping, or just riffing, if I'm ripping, I'm just riffing. Oh, great. New Year's, new hour? I guess so. Wow, that alert goes for so long. I haven't heard it in like a week. So, like, I forgot how long the alert was. Thank you, Night Demon, for the $31. I will add that immediately. What I was trying to say is that just a good rule of thumb. But just if you're worried you're backseating, if they ask for help, then help them. But if they don't ask for help, then, you know, maybe just leave it alone. The only thing that I make an exception for personally is if there's something in a game that you can get pretty early on or something like that, and it will save you a lot of time by getting it earlier or something like that, that's fine. Like, if it's like quality of life stuff, that's different. But like strategies, you know, we don't need to go that deep into those. Another hour outed? Yeah, there we go. At least we know your PayPal's working for sure now. That's true. Knight, do you mind answering? Because we were having some problems with that. That was a PayPal one, right? I think I usually get notifications for those, so I'm not seeing it. I just want to know if Streamlabs is fixed. Okay. Well, it's good to know that still works. Then I don't have to feel guilty about streaming when some of it doesn't work. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I really should I play a, because I think I was planning to roll right into Crisis Core. I've got like 2 weeks before Infinite Wealth comes out. Should I play a shorter game? Should I just play like in my own time? Should I just play like a short game? Something that's like 8 hours, just kind of get in, get out. It's done. Done through a computer browser, that makes a difference? Yeah, not really. I tried it on a computer browser. Because I had to submit a ticket to them, I like tried to do it myself, and I was like, okay, well, I tried in Firefox, I tried in Chrome, I tried in a Firefox incognito window, I tried a Chrome incognito window, I tried mobile, none of it worked. I basically like wrote them the ticket, and then I was like, hey, can you just tell me if there's something wrong with my account, or if like something went wrong or whatnot? Like, I just want to get to the bottom of this. I think for what it's worth, I think Under was having problems with the credit card one and then realized he was having problems, so he just switched to PayPal, which is true dedication. I think that's the reason why I didn't notice it was broken earlier. Hold the line. Okay, the ones with PayPal gotta hold the line for him until he returns. I'm sure you'd appreciate it. True. You could play Paper Mario. I like the little... You could play Paper Mario. I could play it, but that's not really a short game, is it? I let this run too long. I know. Rewind is taking forever. Hold on. Hold on. I'm stubborn. We're gonna get back there. There we go. Okay. It would be funny if one of the duelists had Chaos Emperor Dragon. I don't think that I did it again. Whatever. Let's take that back. I'm not getting the tunes. I need to just accept it. I should start pulling from the Jinzo pack instead. Wait, so that 25 grand I sent me a quick resonate? Yeah. Nice try, Moz. Moz, your love and support is all I need. And your modship. And your discovery of good Pokemon ROM hacks. And your undying loyalty. And your firstborn child. And your social security number. And free tickets to Man City's next game. No, I think that's it. I think that's all I need. Harry Potter PS1 took me about 6 hours, 100%. I'm going to say no, but I appreciate the suggestion that followed the prompt. You could just say the YouTube membership? True. Fuck me, how long to beat Paper Mario is like 23 hours just going through the stories. Never mind, I'm used to rando times. Yeah. Randomizers are pretty fast. Most of the time. Speaking of Pokemon ROM hacks, Moz, have you heard about Pokemon Bushido at all? I know it's a ROM hack. I know it's a fan game, but that's the one that's next to my list, so I was curious if you knew anything about it. But also, do you feel like a sense of pride and accomplishment, Moz, that a ROM hack you suggested to me I played for 42 parts? You did this. You're the reason I played that long, because you showed it to me. Do you feel it like welling up inside? Co-signed it when you mentioned it last stream? Oh, perfect. I'm glad you co-signed it. Let me just check. Hold on, wait. Let me check my documents here. And Moz co-signed this, so you're okay with paying the rest of the loan? Okay, just making sure. Okay, thanks. Recently heard about a mod for Pikmin. I don't know if the name, but I can search it up. I don't know if I'm gonna go for Pikmin. I have to be in a mood to play Pikmin, and I haven't really been in a mood to play Pikmin in quite a couple of years. Last time I was making really good progress, and I played it back in like early 2020, but I haven't gone back to it since. I don't know if I'm going to. I did buy Pikmin 1 and 2 on the Switch because someone gifted me a Switch card for my birthday / Christmas. I don't remember which, But someone gifted me some Switch currency, some Nintendo bucks, and I bought Pikmin 1 and 2 because it was on sale. I didn't play Pikmin 4. I haven't played Pikmin 4. I haven't played Pikmin 3 either. I've only played 1 and 2, and I've only beaten 2 once. She was nice and comfy and short, which is a plus. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking for. I just need something to switch gears. I think for Pokemon, what my current plan is, I want to finish up the Stadium 2 randomizer. I'm going to play through Bushido. I'm uncertain if I want to go back to Poke Emblem or Super Pokemon Eevee just yet. I think I still want to finish them. I just don't know if it's worth going to them immediately. And then I think once I decide what to do with those two, or if I'm done with Bushido and Stadium 2, I think at that point I'm going to go for Pokemon Unbound. I think I'll probably start a new game since I did the first 2 videos like a year or 2 ago at this point. Or I could just keep going. I think it'd be fun to start part 3 and be like, hey YouTube, it's been a year. I think that's good for the bit. But part 1 and 2 of Unbound have been members only for I think they're my oldest members only videos at this point. In case people wanted to see those, part 1 and 2 do exist. I just haven't gone through them in a while. So we'll see. Ooh, don't been a cross up. And Darkfire Soldier number 2 is not bad. Alright, how many more bones? 1 more? Let's do it. You guys remember when I was fighting Weevil and he was beating the brakes off me? You guys remember that? That was not a fun time. Also, did you just play 4 face downs, you psychopath? What are we doing here? That should be illegal. Oh, I have nothing to counter it either. I'll bet 2 of them are fucking black pendants because this dude doesn't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm worried about the rest. We'll play defensively for now because I don't trust him. Actually, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? It's Inpachi. I don't care about Inpachi. Oh, this refreshed. I've sent 2 during the birthday win. I think I've sent 2 during the birthday window. Oh no, yeah, that's funny. Was that trap hole? Ring of Destruction. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I want to find more short Pokemon games to play. The unfortunate part of... Oh, that sucks. The unfortunate part of playing so many Pokemon games and stuff like that is that they're all so long. Like, I really, truly don't think I could ever play Emerald again. I had a great time with Emerald Horizons, but, like, dude, Pokemon Emerald is too long. That game is, like, 50 hours. I can't do it. Does Bones have, like, a secret, like, burn deck? Like, what's going on here? Very confused. Also, that alert is taking a long time to go off. Which is a little concerning. Maybe I'll finally play Xenoblade. Maybe that'll be what I do. I could play Xenoblade in my spare time. It doesn't make sense for me to play it right now. I think it makes sense to play Xenoblade when I've got, like, months and months with, like, no games coming out. Did he just sacrifice my monster for a weaker monster? That's a bold strategy. Let's see how it pays off. He's gonna play Dark Elf. I'm not gonna attack with it. I'm gonna let him try and go into the wall. Nope. I kind of played that well. I am a little worried because he does have some damage deflection, and my my life points aren't very strong right now. So I gotta be a little bit more careful. Like, no, not attacking with Dark Elf would be a start. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just mess around with some indie games again. Try and go back to Spiritfarer. Try Unpacking. There's a couple other pretty good games that I've grabbed. I just haven't really messed with. And I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I'm not doing myself a good service here. Could a Coliseum hack get you to actually play the game? I played Coliseum. What do you mean? I did a Coliseum randomizer like less than a year ago. I had a great time with it too. Coliseum, the key to playing Pokemon Coliseum is to use cheats. It's cheats to turn on like the XP all, make leveling like, make it to like 2 times XP. There's a lot you can do. My wife really liked the little to the left. I don't need to know about your bedroom, Damien. But I'm just kidding. I don't think I've heard of that one. Are you talking about Grand Coliseum, Moz? I've heard of that one. Yeah, this game is buyable, rare candies, so you probably enjoy it. Ooh, that's pretty good. Is it Grand Coliseum? I remember Ray Narvaez did one stream of that, and I think it broke or something. I don't know the full story. And I know that it like made him swear off those games. But I also think he really, really doesn't like double battles, whereas I'm kind of ambivalent to them. Like, I don't like double battles are mostly fine when I get used to them. I just don't like doing them like all the time. Like, I don't think I want to do an entire game of double battles. And I think I prefer singles, but I don't hate them. It's very on brand for GameCube hacking. That sounds right. It's like unpacking a bit. It's all about sorting and such. Oh, well, we'll see if I like unpacking. I know ENIAC was saying it was pretty good. Hey, we beat Bones. Now we can get the Thousand Eyes Restrict expansion. I'll check it out. Grand Coliseum 3.0. Can you give me the highlights of what it does? I know that my brain isn't working right now. Hold on. I can't buy packs and focus. Hold on. I think from what I remember, they changed the teams up. They had fairy typing, and they changed who the shadow Pokemon are. I don't remember much more beyond that. Is it like, oh, this is you posting in the Discord? No, it's a different location. Oh, it's a work email. Oh boy. I love getting these at 6 p.m. Ooh. I hope that's not for me. No, it's not. Okay. Hard mode, hack, reshuffle teams, and Shadowmons. Patch for Hoenn, Johto, or Kanto that changes legendary trio you encounter the stars. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, time for me to go back to work. That is going to happen. Unironically, during one of these streams, especially as we get closer to like when I get a little bit more busy, like towards the end of the month, there will come a time when... Ooh, Fairy Meteor Crush and Burning Land. That's pretty cool. There will come a time where I have to end the stream because I have to go back to work. And I'm not thrilled about that happening. I just know it will happen. So I don't know that... Do you need any of these monsters for packs? I don't think you do. I could be wrong about that. Having the Regis be playable for a change seems funny. That is pretty funny. I know that I think I saw 1 or 2 hacks for like Gale of Darkness that changes the stuff around too, but I've never played Gale of Darkness vanilla, which I feel like I should do at some point. Because I know a lot of people say that game's even better than Coliseum, which could be true. Ooh, Thousand Eyes Idol, let's go. How do I unlock the next pack here? Let's see. Tier 2 would be... No. What am I looking for? I don't remember how to search this effectively. I don't know. Oh, that's weird. Actually, I don't know what's going on anymore. We'll just keep playing. I don't know how this works. And I don't have the capacity. I'm just dueling today. I'd argue definitively XG is the main hack. It's a really good definitive way to play Gale of Darkness. You'd recommend it over vanilla even? Talk about it, but I'm kind of hyped for that game coming out at the beginning of the next month because I have a friend I plan to play it with. Oh. Be sure to look for the I mean, I can probably say this much. I will not comment. My views and opinions are my own, and I will not comment on the Suicide Squad game that comes out at some point, because I will not comment on WB properties because I was told not to. But since my chat is bringing it up, you know, there's a fun little Easter egg in the credits of that game. You might see a familiar name. That'd be pretty cool. I think maybe I will just skip Vanilla Gale Darkness. I'll take some of Maz's opinions I put pretty high up. Carlos is in the credits. And I think that saying the Gale of Darkness XG hack is like the definitive way. Maybe I'll just play with that. Maybe I'll do that before Unbound. I don't know. My Pokemon schedule is all over the place. It just sucks that there's just like infinite Pokemon games, and I only have so much time in the day. Oh, great. He actually got his strategy gone. I wonder if this stops it. Too many jobless Pokemon fans making games is pretty unfortunate. That's true. It is just funny that, like, I think I'm literally like, I don't, the new Pokemon, because, like, they're getting ready to announce a new Pokemon game. We know they are, because, like, Gen 7, or Gen 9 is about to finish up. Oh, speaking of that, I'm going to do one more stream in Gen 9, just to play whatever, like, epilogue there is. I assume one more. Maybe it'll be 2 streams. Who knows? I don't know how long it's supposed to be. But I will do that. Probably this weekend, if I had to guess. Like, that might be a Saturday stream. But, it is funny that, like, when I see, like, new Pokemon, like, new mechanics and stuff, I'm like, oh, that'll be really cool when people implement that in a fan game instead of the main game. Like, when they put that in, like, a Fire Red ROM hack, or when they make a fan game about that, or adding the new Pokemon and whatnot, it's like, oh, that'll be really cool, because, I'm not going to get the experience that I want from the Pokemon Company, that's for sure. Post game for the DLC with the final legendary. If I remember correctly, because I was reading up on it earlier today, it's the legendary was already data mined. It's like, I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to be like the trio leader, kind of like Keldeo is for the fighting like deer in Gen 5. It's supposed to be the leader of the Poison Gang from the Kitakami DLC. I also know that I don't know what else the DLC is going to be. Is it going to be story? Like, are they actually going to, like, wrap up the story? It truly does feel like they're doing, like, we would normally have included this in the 3rd game, but we don't make 3rd games anymore kind of deal. It is cool that so many different, like, game devs are, like, you can see, like, the guard changing over. Like, we were talking about it with Persona, where, like, the Persona writer who was, like, holding the series back, who probably, he did a lot for the series. Like, you can kind of argue he made it popular, but also, like, has some really bad takes and really bad sense of humor. He's stepping down. There's, like, other companies where, like, the teams are shifting. I feel like we're close to that for Pokemon. I feel like but the problem is it's probably going to be, like, the bad way, where it'll probably be like, okay, we've got new devs for this Pokemon game. Oh, why do you have new devs? Oh, because we fired all the old ones. I'm like, oh, well, you didn't have to, I don't know if that was the correct way to do it. But actual event type thing for a change rather than just an NPC giving you a random legend. That's pretty cool. Dragon Quest music guy dying so we aren't stuck with the shit mini music, God bless. I like the Dragon Quest music. It's very nostalgic, but also, like, boy, some new themes would be really cool. So that'll be cool. But Maz, you missed it when we did. I think was it yesterday? God, my sense of time is all out of whack now. When we finished the Indigo Disc DLC yesterday, I was like, oh, I'll finish out the. Oh, I didn't have to pay that. Hold on. It's like, oh, I'll finish out the stream by going and catching the two legendaries. I'm like, oh wow, or I'll do like the photo quest, like from the first DLC. And I went and I got my 200 Pokemon in the Pokedex. So I worked for like an hour on that. And then we talked to the photographer, and she's like, hey, here's these like vague pictures of where these 2 legendaries are in Area 0. Have fun, go see them. I don't have a quest this time. I'm just sort of like, it's sort of up to you this time. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then we just kind of wandered around Area 0 for an hour, just trying to find them hidden in like a fucking like cave or a cove. I'm just like, this is so stupid. Why did they not just like put them in like a prominent place? They were like, no, we're gonna hide them on you for no real reason. We don't gain anything by doing this, but we're just gonna do it because we hate you. I'm just like, I'd rather, like, at this point, I'd literally rather they just made it like an event. Like, just make it like another like terror raid battle or something. This is like worse. Like, why do I have to hunt for this? You know what the best thing about the funny paradox mon is? I'm sure I'm about to hear it. What is it? Why did I attack with Dark Elf? I don't want to lose life points. I'm afraid. And I think you know the answer, Knight. I'm like half paying attention. That's why. Michizuri is okay. Ironling's Walking Wake are just Terror Raid exclusive. Yeah, that is pretty shit. I did happen to get them in the Terror Raid already, but it's just so dumb. That's just like, why are they making an event exclusive Pokemon? I think we were talking about this yesterday too, but I think the thing that's going to suck the most about the next Pokemon game is that they're effectively just going to scrap everything about Gen 9 because they do that every time. Why didn't they just dump them into Area Zero where the shits belong? Oh, you mean so you would catch all 3 of them in Area Zero instead of 2 of them? That doesn't make sense. You got some crazy ideas there, Maz. Then how would we get people to play the online mode that people already are playing so often it's impossible to get into a match for? How else would we drive people to the online play? Also, why are they driving people to the online play? What do they gain from it? Nintendo Switch memberships? Like, I don't... What are they even doing it for? It's very strange. Terra's 1,000% gone. Paradox Mon makes 0 sense showing up against our locked transfer exclusives. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Where it's like, so Terra, we already know that terrestrialization is not coming back. Because that's Nintendo to a T. They just, they do shit once, then never again. So terrestrialization is going to be gone, just like Dynamaxing is gone. Just like all those cool G-Max forms, those are going to be gone too. And I'm just like, what? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we play these games? And then, so terrestrialization is going to be gone. The Paradox Mon is a really, 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 really cool game mechanic. Because it's like, oh, what if, like, we had future versions of these Pokemon, or, like, past versions of these Pokemon, like, prehistoric. And we got, what, like, 10 of each? And then we're just never going to see them again. And those Pokemon are never going to come back again. So I'm just like, what are we doing? I mean, to be fair, though, I didn't think we'd see Hisuian Pokemon, but there's a bunch of Hisuian Pokemon roaming around in the terrarium in Gen 9, and there's also like events like where we did the quest for the Hisuian Ursaluna. I guess just Ursaluna, the Blood Moon one. So who's to say? They might just like be like, ah, fuck it, we found this Pokemon. But it is kind of a bummer that we kind of just expect that nothing is going to move forward. Hope this next game are actually nuts. Like, have one set in the past, one set in the future, full exclusion list to give everyone their actual Pokemon names. They won't do that. I think we'll get another new region. We'll get another new weird mechanic that nobody asked for that, like, eventually people kind of warm up to, but, like, it's going to be another weird, stupid mechanic. I think we'll probably have more... I think it'll be 3D and open world again. And I think that the movement options might be a little better. Because I do think that Koraidon and Miraidon they are better than the rideable Pokemon were in Arceus. So, like, maybe there's a chance that they'll just, like, take some good steps, but... I will say they're teasing Black and White's Unova stuff, and the game's theming is a lot of past future shit, so... I don't know where they go with that, but, like, it exists. I mean, it could be. I think we'll probably get the Gen 5 remake before we get a new gen. That's my guess. I could be wrong about that one, though. Like, I imagine that we'll have, like, Resplendent White and Shadow Black or some stupid fucking subtitle like that. But we'll get those, and then we'll see. We'll see what the new gen is. Do you think they'll call it Gen 10 or they'll call it Gen X? I hope they call it Gen X. That'd be really funny. Hey, another dub. I'd be surprised if they remade 1 again with 3D maps. Honestly, and I know this is going to sound stupid, either let's go Johto, and let me start with either an Umbreon or an Espeon. Like, it's right there. It's so easy. Like, just let's go Johto, or another Gen 1 remake, because Fire Red, as much as I love Fire Red, it did come out before the physical special split, so, like, it's not that great in that it could be way better. But I wouldn't mind another Gen 1 remake. I'll say it. If they make it tight, make it look like Let's Go, but like without the shitty like one Joy-Con controls. Let me play Let's Go with a fucking Pro controller, and I'd be fine with it. We'll see. I really, really, really hope that Pokemon gets their shit together and makes like a functional game for the next like new game. Because if they don't, I think it hits a point where it's like, I don't know if I really can support the next Pokemon game if it still looks like shit. From I know we were talking about it yesterday, where it's like I get kind of a pass in my head because I play it for YouTube and streaming and stuff, so I play it so you don't have to. But like, there's a limit to that. I just want a game with 12 FPS on my TV. All I need. That's what I mean. It's like, I just like a stable frame rate would be pretty cool. Having like actual like gorgeous environments. It's so funny. I think the thing that I like the most about the Pokemon discourse and the Pokemon discussion is that there are so many people, myself included, who are like, wow, graphics have really come a long way. But like, I wish they would stop focusing on graphics and make like good games. And then Pokemon comes along, it's like, okay, graphics matter a little to me. Like, when I said graphics don't matter, oversimplification, overgeneralization, it turns out graphics do matter to me. So like, if you could just like hit the bare minimum, that'd be really cool. Like, I've played Xenoblade on the same system. The Switch is dog shit, but I just can't play on the Switch. I think the Switch, at this point, it's hard to develop a really cutting-edge game on the Switch. I think I can probably say that with good confidence. The Switch things need to be optimized very specifically for the Switch. That's why, like, a lot of first-party games, like, look pretty well. Like, Mario Odyssey runs really well. But, like, you have to have some talented people to make it run well on the Switch, because it is not going to run well if you just slap a game on the Switch and hope it just works. So tragic because Pokemon Pixel was the industry leader and now the games look like fucking filth. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I think we don't know the true answer, but it's fun to speculate. I think the speculation is probably true with this one, which is the Pokemon devs are ancient and they're just not keeping up with the times. Whether it's hubris, lack of resources, I don't know because I'm not inside. But it's something, and I think that until that's solved, until they get like some fresh blood or get some like budget or something, I can't imagine why the highest selling franchise in the world looks like shit. It doesn't make sense. Graphics don't matter as long as they have good style. I mean, I think the caveat is graphics don't matter if your game can consistently run at 30 FPS, which that game cannot. Like, every time you like take a big jump and it's got to load more things in, it's like, yikes. I wish I could tolerate these graphics. The frame rate to make me want to rip my eyeballs out. Yeah, like, I'm just like, the graphics can look like shit. The textures can look like shit. Like, I play Final Fantasy 14. It's on an old ass engine. If you look too closely at the grass, it's just a PNG. But like, it runs 60 FPS. So like, I don't care. I think that's what it comes down to. Is for me, frame rate is like priority with game fidelity. Like, I need 60 FPS, and if you can't give me 60, you better have a consistent 30. But the art style better be pretty good. But for Pokemon, it's just kind of bland. The art style doesn't even seem like that ambitious. I'm like, I don't know why the game runs so bad. Like, it doesn't seem like it would be that resource intensive because the graphics aren't like super draining. I don't know. I think it's worse that like they just like never even tried to patch it or update it. It's just like it still runs like shit like a year later. Ooh, Goblin Attack Force, hell yeah. I'll add that in. 420, let's go. FF14 grapes.png. I'm picky enough to want 60 just no drops ever, please God, yeah. Also, to be fair about the Final Fantasy 14 grapes, which is very funny. For those who want context, the picture of the grapes, that came from one of the areas that the game launched with. So like those grapes are the same texture that they've been since the PS3. And they just never updated them because they're in an area you go into like once in like the first story. So when the image of the grapes is spreading around, the story was on like its 4th expansion. So like all the new areas look really great, but they didn't go back to the old areas because like why would they? And then because of that meme, they went back and patched out the brick grapes. So they like actually have like an actual model now. Pokemon would never. You would never see something go viral on Pokemon for it looking like shit and then them like fixing it in a patch. They would just be like, oh, that's just how our game looks. Sorry. What did I want to do again? I forgot. Let me category again. They should have left it Souls Company, I fear. A lot of people said they did want to leave it. I think there are references to it, though. I think there's I want to say there's like maybe I made this up. I thought they made like furniture or something. So like you could add like the old grape model into your house, I think. But I might have made that up. I think they did something. I think they made a description of like a like grape like cooking recipe or something, and they like alluded to like the old ass grapes. I forget. They definitely did something about it. Because they're usually pretty good about that, but I don't remember what they did. Tweeted about it versus the FF16 grape area, which is very funny. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I will say that Square Enix can be a little weird at times, but I do not think for a second that they don't have their finger on the pulse. Like they they are aware of what their fans want and what they can do within reason. So that's already a step above the Pokemon Company. What did I come here for? Oh, I came for Goblin Attack Force. Why am I at traps? Oh, I think I wanted to add Michizure in there. Just a good, if a card gets destroyed, you can destroy another one. You can play around with that card a lot, because I think the way it works, I think if you destroy an opponent's monster by battle, you can destroy a second monster if they have it face down. So it's very good if you're aggressive. But it's also just good for, like, if you're on the back foot and you have to put a card face down, you can let them attack it and then destroy their monster. So it's pretty good. Goblin Attack Force. Do I add you to the deck again? There we go. Now we come to my least favorite part of this. What card am I removing? Guardian Throne. I'm sorry, bud. You're out of here. Oh, I like all my cards, though. I should probably get rid of some magic cards. I think I've got more than I usually do. My deck balance isn't terrible right now. What cards am I just dead drawing? Like, what cards am I using that just aren't working? We'll get rid of Wolf Axewheeler, I think, too. There we go. Alright. Alright, Mako. 6 more times. I guess this is kind of a good question to kind of base this off of. What's everyone excited for games that are coming out this year? I mentioned it before. I am excited. I'm very excited for Yakuza Like a Dragon 8. Like, that's going to be really, really good. I'm excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I'm excited for the Persona 3 remake, even though I think I might not be able to play it at launch because I'm too backed up on games. But I don't really know what else is coming out besides like further than like February. I don't know like what else is supposed to come out this year. Euden Chronicle 100 Heroes. I've heard of Euden Chronicle. I don't remember what they're about. I think I remember seeing a trailer for it in one of the Nintendo Directs, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. But I don't think I remember much more beyond that. I think literally FF7 Remake, hoping Nintendo does a Direct soon. They announced this today, Moz. There's supposed to be a Direct coming, I think, within the next 2 weeks. Suicide Squad, I don't really have anything else I can think of. Spiritual successor to Suikoden. Suikoden's another game that people have been asking to play for forever. Oh, that's right, the Paper Mario remake. That's supposed to come out in, like, did they say, like, June or summer or something like that? That'll be pretty cool. I'm excited for that. I gotta finish up Paper Mario before I do that, though. Which I think I have enough time for, but I forgot that it is on the horizon. I don't think there's any like PlayStation exclusives coming out this year that I know of. I think there's like some rumblings about a new Last of Us thing, but I don't care about the Last of Us. No, it happened, but I want it to be a surprise double game remake. Unfortunately, that is definitely not happening. I'm sorry, my friend. Heroes and Suikoden remakes, nice. A lot of Suikoden fans. Maybe I should try the PS2 versions or PS1 versions. I think I have them. I just don't. I don't think I've tried them. Hopefully remakes come out this year. That'd be really cool. But they need to give us Paper Mario 64. I think if Paper Mario GameCube does well, they'll probably remake 64, if I had to guess. Typically with stuff like that, they take the most popular one, and they see how that remake does, and then they remake another one. Like, I remember correctly, when they remade Superstar Saga from Game Boy Advance to 3DS, they started with Bowser's Inside Story because that's like the most successful one, and then they did the first one after that. But then they lost money, so who knows? Hope they just make a new Paper Mario that isn't fucking shit. That'd be really nice too. That's what I'm hoping for more. I don't want a Paper Mario 64 remake. I want Paper Mario 1000 Year Door to sell so well that they just make a new Paper Mario that's like story-based and like RPG again, instead of just whatever the fuck they were on when they made Color Splash. Like I cannot forget how disappointed I was when I first played Color Splash. I was like, because I was coming off fresh, I was like, man, I love Paper Mario. I loved 1000 Year Door. I played a little bit of 64. I played a little bit of the Wii one. I was like, these are great. Can't wait for this 3DS one. I'm so excited. And then I played it for like a couple hours and I was like, this sucks. Like, what the fuck? I'd like to think, or I'd like if Mario RPG and TTYD doing well teaches me a lesson. That's true. I don't know how well Mario RPG sold. I haven't heard any of the sales numbers for it. And I don't know how popular it was. It felt like it was really pop. I know it felt like a lot of people were anticipating it, but I don't know if it was like if it like followed through. Sticker Star is maybe the worst game I've ever played. It's really bad. It was a great remake. That's good to hear. But I don't know if a lot of people bought it. Ooh, attack and receive. I remember just being so annoyed with it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. I guess we've unlocked the tier 3 duelist now. So if I... Hold on. Let me just add some garbage cards to my deck real quick. If I can just find some in my trunk. Hitatsumi Giant, sure. Add it in there. So 2 Hitatsumi Giant. So now I can... This is going to be really annoying. I don't know why this is something that they have to do. I don't know why you would remove these cards from your deck to... I don't know why they were like, hey, the cards can't be in your deck if you unlock new duelists. I'm like, that seems weird. So now that I removed Barrel Dragon and Harpy's Feather Duster and Jinzo from my deck, yeah, there they are. So we got Mai, we got Bandit Keith, Joey Wheeler, and Pegasus. We're missing one more duelist, I think, or maybe I think this is all 4 of them. I think for the tier 3. Let me see. I should be able to search tier 2. Bandit Keith, Joey Wheeler, Mai, Pegasus, and that's it. Yeah, we got all the tier 3 duelists. That's pretty cool. So what happens if I like edit my deck again now? Like what happens if I add them back in? Is the game like, no, you don't have them anymore? It's insane how many people talk about what RPG added as a remake as what to expect TTYD. Like they're different companies, but dude, they're setting up for disappointment. Oh, like they like. Let me try and understand what you're saying here. Let me try and understand what you're throwing down. So, because the Mario RPG was so well received, they're hoping that like some things that they changed for that remake that they'll also do for the Paper Mario remake. They are different companies, but I don't think that's like a crazy thing to assume. I think that that's not like a bad bad like train of thought, if that makes sense. But I do agree with you. They should probably temper their expectations. What else did I take out? I gotta do Harpy's Feather Duster. Oh, Jinzo, that's right. This is so weird. Why did they make unlocking them like this? It's kind of dumb. Like, just... Is it because the game doesn't understand that you own them because they're not in the trunk? Is that what it was? Let's see. No, it's worse. Oh, dude, come on, really? You're telling me you literally can't duel them if you have those cards in your deck? That's so stupid. That's annoying. I mean, it could be worse, I guess. It just means that you have to edit your deck when you're fighting like a specific duelist. I mean, I fight them all one by one anyway, so like if I want to fight Joey, I'll just take Jinzo out, and if I want to fight Mai, etc. But it's just so. Why would you do this? Kind of like I don't follow the logic. That's very strange. I don't know what they're on about. I'll do Harvey's brother here. Yeah, like adding in boss refights, but like there will be less than a year between RPG Remake coming out and TTYD, so they probably wouldn't add anything they weren't planning already. So yes, I will say, I think there's like 6 months in between release of Super Mario RPG and when Thousand Year Door is supposed to release. If it's like small things like that, those can either be added in like a patch or in like an update later. So that's not crazy. Like that's not completely out of hand. If it's like full-blown like big changes, like I think the big one is like voice acting is usually difficult to do on like short notice because that has to be planned ahead of time. But stuff like just like re-challenging fights or adding in like quality of life stuff that like messing with the menus, etc. Like that's not too hard to do. That should be something that they could reasonably spin up in a couple months. So That's not the craziest thing to get to hope for, but I understand what you mean. No, I don't want voice acting like that. I just mean like, I'm just saying like voice acting in particular. It's like that's usually one of the things that's like, okay, well we can't do that because we don't have enough time. So really, nope. Besides Paper Mario, I guess there's really no games. And I guess the Suikoden and Eurydice remake. Besides those, I guess there's nothing really coming out in 2024. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like it's finally a good excuse for me to catch up on all of those games in 2023 that I absolutely do not have time for. Switch first parties, fuck all. I mean, we'll find out. Oh no, they have that. Don't they have that Princess Peach game? I think that actually looks pretty interesting, but I'm gonna have to see gameplay of it. That's not a day one buy for me, but that's like, oh, you know, I'm vaguely interested. Oh, you think it's because the Switch 2 is coming out? I mean, boy, the Switch is due. Like, what year did the Switch release? How long has the Switch been like been released? Because it's been a while. Like PS5 and Xbox One released in 2020. I'll probably pick up not Super Princess Peach 2. Could be good. Could be fun. Let's do this. 2017 is when the Switch came out. That's a lot. That's a long time for a console. That's so that would mean 2017. Its 7-year anniversary is coming up. That's kind of wild. Like back in the old days, back in the olden times, an 8-year console or 7-year console generation wasn't. That's like the standard, more or less. I think they sped it up. I think the PS4 and Xbox One was kind of short, if I remember correctly. Maybe it wasn't. When did the PS4 come out? PS4 came out in like what, 2013? I think is when PS4 came out, or 2012. And then they released it in 2020, so that'd be 8 years. Because the Wii U nearly sent them under, so Switch had to save them. That's true. I guess the Switch did have to come out sooner than later, because they were losing a lot with the Wii U. But the Switch was very successful, so I guess I'm not super surprised that it's lasted this long, but boy, I hope they're not stupid enough to call it the Switch 2. I really hope they don't call it the Switch 2. That would be a very big mistake. Switch is still 5 years after the Wii U. That's so fast. That's in console generation, that's fast. Switch U, they've learned nothing. Oh my god. It's called the Switch U, but this time it actually is just a controller. It's not a new console. just taking all of the wrong lessons. That's crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. I waited a while to get a Switch as well. I think I got one in like 2018, 2019. I want to Switch 2, but get marketing and do the market properly, yes. Also, I'm just going to say it. You can't call it the Switch 2. You can't call it the Switch 2. You need to give it a different name. Because you're gonna confuse people. You need to call it like the Nintendo like Pocket or some shit. I want the same console again with the tech from this decade. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Do you think Nintendo is gonna completely botch it? Like they're gonna I mean, just yes. But do you think that they're gonna abandon the like portable formula? Like they won't it won't be portable anymore. It's gonna be like completely VR or some shit. Like they're gonna innovate when nobody asked them to innovate. They're gonna be like, we're making a new console that's on the breaking edge of technology. It's like you could have just made we just wanted a stronger Switch. Some people are gonna say it's gonna look like a DS. God, I fucking hope not. Jesus, I hope not. Listen, okay? Listen. Here's what I'll say about the Switch. Or here's what I'll say about the DS and 3DS. I understand that a lot of really good games came out for the DS and 3DS. I understand that a lot of us had them. They were a great console, portable console back at the time. Fantastic, was great. Trying to play DS and 3DS games now, awful. I hate it. It's so aggravating. They're really, really difficult to emulate. The DS emulation is like, and 3DS emulation is like weirdly taxing. But also, like, it's impossible to make it look good with two screens. I don't want... Please, just one screen. Just one screen. Whatever they do, just make it one screen. I'm begging you. 99% of DS games would be better on not DS. True. A lot of DS games, I played them as if they're Game Boy Advance games. Like Digimon World DS, I just never looked at the second screen. I agree, it would definitely be a step back. I mean, GameCube to Wii was 5 years, Wii to Wii U was 6, the Switch was really normalish. I guess so. I didn't realize Nintendo would make consoles so fast. I guess that's how they got off kilter from the Sony and Xbox cycle, because they were making like they were making them so much faster. DS Zeldas were atrocious because force touch controls. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like do not force touch controls and do not give me 2 screens. That's all I want. I'm a simple man. Just give me a functional DS. Give me a Switch that just runs better. That's all. Switch Up or Switcheroo. Those are good names tonight. I appreciate that. But yeah, we'll see. I don't have the most confidence in Nintendo. I feel like they kind of botched this stuff, so we'll see. It sucks. Nintendo has some really, really good first party and some really, really good like exclusives and stuff like that like keep it relevant, but also I know that a lot of people bought the Switch because it was like a really good casual console too, so I hope they like kind of keep it casual but just like make it not run like shit. So anyway, I think the U as bad as it was because no devs wanted to actually work with the gamepad. That's exactly what it was. The Wii U could have done better if like if it had third party support, but like no devs wanted to touch it because it was so weird to make it with like a gamepad. Whereas now, I don't really think that's an issue anymore. Like, if anything, I think it's swapped. There's a lot of like small indie games that like will release on Steam, and then they'll also release on Switch because the Switch is like easier to develop for. So they did kind of fix it up in one way, I suppose. But I don't know. We'll see. I really, until we were talking about it just now, I hadn't even considered that they wouldn't just do a Switch too. But like, I don't know. The Switchblade? Oh yeah. Believe it or not, I think it's probably not going to be called the Switchblade. Call me crazy. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't think it's going to be called the Switchblade. Do a throwback Nintendo Dolphin incoming? That'd be funny. I think they probably can't do that anymore, though. I think if they were going to call it the Dolphin, it's probably just, it's probably too late. New Xenoblade game just dropped, did it? Like, just now? Like Xenoblade 4? Or, like, are they doing, like, a new saga or something? Are you making this up? Are you lying to me right now? Mons, are you having a laugh? No, I meant the Switchblade. Oh. It's like, okay. What are we doing here? What? Huh? What is your effect? Why didn't you go to defense mode? Oh, at the end of the battle phase. That makes sense. Well, I took a swing. Let's see how that pays off. Pretty well so far. Okay. Time for the Nintendo NX. Oh god, no. What was the Wii's code name? Was it the NX? No, it was the Revolution. Oh my god, dude. What a cool code name. Nintendo is the master at making a system with a code name that's actually cooler than the real name, which is really funny. Like that takes a special kind of skill. I actually want to play this in attack mode. I forgot that because I remember like the Wii was the first console that I was like old enough to kind of like pay attention to before it came out. I didn't just like, it wasn't like when I was younger and magically it was like, oh, a new console is out. I was like, oh, okay. Like I remember the run up to it, and it was originally called a Revolution, and the Revolution is a sick fucking name. That being said, I understand why they did the Wii, because the Wii being like easy to pronounce in like multiple different languages and stuff. I get it. Dragon Quest XI got announced so early. It was the only game confirmed for the NX. Oh, was the NX the Switch? Was that the Switch codename? Also, did it? I don't remember which one the NX was, because Dragon Quest XI released on PS4 before anything. So how is it announced for the Switch before it was like even out on PS4? Oh, I guess the timing for that kind of matches up. The Fierce DQ11 was announced for the NX? That's so weird. I wonder if they went back later because Nintendo was like, oh, we're not ready yet. We're not ready. Weird. Hey! Mako's going pretty easy now. This is one of my least favorite cards because the card art is just so fucking weird. Also, is it called Red Moon Baby? Isn't it just called Vampire Baby? Does this have the wrong name for it? What the fuck? Hey, what's this card called? Red Moon Baby? I don't know. Like, you know. What am I supposed to call it? All right, gamers. I think that's going to be the end of part 8. I think we did make a good amount of progress there. 2 more duels with Mako, and then we'll be done with the tier 2 duelists because we'll finish unlocking the packs. And then we'll start taking on the next ones. We have to beat all of them 7 times, I believe is the next requirement. Let me see the booster packs though. Let's see what the real requirement is. Yep, I think we have to beat them all 10 times again because there's a. Oh wait, I just got this. Is Dark Ruler Hades? Is that just Hades? Have I really never figured that out? It's just Hades. What? I always pronounce it Hades because that's how it's the card is. There's a space in between. I didn't realize it was just Hades. That's funny. It was actually Red Moon Baby originally. Oh, that's interesting. I never put together. It's funny too because there's a villain in Final Fantasy 14 called Hades, but they pronounce it Hades. Didn't connect it there either. I don't know. I guess that's all it took. I just thought like Hades was like a different thing. Why would they not just call it Hades? Why is Hades censored? It's a Greek god. It's not even like, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh and their censorship. Come on. Anyway, we gotta beat Pegasus 10 times. We gotta beat Bandicute 10 times. Joey 10 times. Mai 10 times. So we gotta beat them all again. We gotta beat them all 10 times again because I want to get all these packs. But and then we'll move on to the ghouls, and then we have Merrick, and then I think we have the tier 5 duelist, and then there's the dual computer. There's a lot more to this game. So thank you guys. That's gonna be the end of this video, and I will see you in part 9. Bye bye.